And because you like to do
Noah.
English shit, but
I speak English, you British fuck. How about that? I can still get the police.
oh my god, the police are gonna come on a fucking boat to my house.
Yes.
Jesus Christ,
they
buddy.
Can do anything
They don't have the. You're a
I'm putting
bitch.
this on YouTube, by the way. Everything is being recorded. You have already been
Good for you.
reported to the police.
You were just racist. You're gonna put that. Oh, I'm so
I don't
scared.
care if you think I'm
Hey,
racist
boy,
or
you
not.
better stop.
This is Noah DeRoser, a man who has been under some controversy. Most likely you don't know about this, as he is a small YouTuber with only 4,000 subscribers. I say this in quotes for a point discussed later in the video. This is a man who has attacked, falsely copyright claimed, accused, made false evidence against me and many others, and told people that I and my friends had quote-unquote threatened him. He himself has threatened to sue people for attacking him online and making videos that expose how manipulative he is. Before I go any deeper into this, I want to make it very, very clear to Noah, if he is watching this, everything, and I mean it, everything within this video falls under fair use copyright law. It falls under news reporting, criticism, which we will be doing a lot, and review, as we will also be reviewing and reporting the images and stuff you've sent and done to people. If you try to falsely claim this video to silence me, action will be taken to get it resolved, as it is illegal to make false copyright claims. Also, if you were to take down any of the evidence I've shown, it won't matter since all of this stuff was available as of the making of this video. The video is filled with pictures, videos, testimonies, and a lot of evidence of the horrible things Noah has done to my friends and I. This video does contain some discussion of a topic some might not be comfortable with, so if that is the case, I highly suggest watching one of my other videos or just going to watch something else. I also want to make it clear that this video is not meant to send anyone to attack Noah, as I don't condone it, but it is instead to raise awareness of the issue and that the people who are with him right now and anyone else who may cross his path will stay away from him. Ads will not be on this video, as I don't even want him to think I got money because the video was about him. He is that self-entitled. I will also be splicing Zexyo's video throughout this one, as his video on this entire subject brought up some many good points that I want to build upon, along with points I don't have some things for. I have divided this video into many different sections for each topic, as smoothly moving from one thing to another was hard to figure out how to do. This video will also be spread out with intervals in order to allow some breathing. I'm sorry this intro has taken so long, but let's talk about one of the worst people I have ever known. Let's discuss Noah DeRoser. One thing anyone who has dealt with him will tell you is he's very manipulative. He is a 22 to 23-year-old man who uses his disabilities as a crutch for the reason he does things. Many times in Discord calls with him, he would always talk about how he has disabilities in order for you to feel pity for him. Many of the testimonies you will hear later on will confirm this. He would also constantly talk about how he wanted to commit in order to gain sympathy from us, until we figured out that it was the only reason he was saying it. Another way he's very manipulative is he has recorded people talking in a private conversation without consent, and will then edit the video or audio in order to make the person seem like they are horrible. For example, he did this to me. We were talking about weapons, and I had stated if I had a gun and you had a sword, I would win because I had the gun. He then took this quote and made it seem like I was threatening him with a weapon. You will hear about this within the testimony of the person he sent this to. While where he lives, it is legal to record with one-party consent, meaning only he had to consent to it. It is incredibly scummy, and shows he is willing to manipulate anything to make him seem like the good guy within any given situation. He also manipulates people's feelings. I mean, look at this. This is what he said to one of my friends. "I'm a real friend, soul. They are not really your friends." Could you be any more on the nose that this is a manipulation tactic, making it out to seem like he is your only friend so you'll trust him and listen to the lies he keeps spewing out? Unbelievable. Also, look where he says, "I am left behind no matter what happens. Never ends happy. I am trying to do my best and no one cares." Incredible stuff. Honestly, should become an actor with this type of performance. He will do or say anything to make you believe him, and he will stab you in the back the second you do anything against what he wants. He will always feel like he deserves a second chance, but will crucify you for the smallest thing. The idea anyone could believe such lies is incredible. And here we have the card, saying he's going to take his own life in order to gain sympathy from friends. If you're actually feeling this way, please find real help. The suicide hotline will be down in the description. Another way he manipulates is even pretending to be his father, saying that he, quote unquote, took his own life. This is like something I would have seen on an Xbox Live chat, and he's actually trying to do it unironically for sympathy points. Just a pathetic excuse. He actually does this twice, as a matter of fact, pretending to be his father again. Honestly, you need to get off the internet for more than a few seconds, Noah. Here you can see in Zexyo's video, which by the way I recommend watching for yourself and link will be in the description, Noah has been very manipulative towards people. I will play a clip in which Zexyo talks about how Noah tried to manipulate him into making a video on a 16-year-old boy, and even threatened that if he did not in one day, then Noah would take his own life. I will show the clip and we will discuss it.
So my good friend called Adam asked me to help Party Killer Tunes because he was being harassed and they wrongfully claimed he was a pedo. So I agreed to help. I met Party Killer Tunes in a call where he was begging me to make a video, but I had to tell him I needed to find my own proof of his claims. Party Killer Tunes told me not to look deeper into the drama, but to just expose some guy called Flippy, and that apparently Flippy was a massive pedo. I nicely told him, look, I'm sorry, but I can't just make videos on people without knowing the whole story. It turns out Flippy was a 16-year-old boy, and Flippy's girlfriend was a 14-year-old girl. I found it very suspicious that Party Killer Tunes didn't want me to look deeper into the drama. Flippy got in contact with me and my friends, and after we looked into it, it turns out Flippy wasn't the bad guy. He was trying to keep Party Killer Tunes away from his 14-year-old girlfriend and his friends. Flippy was actually never harassing Party Killer Tunes. It was the other way around. A male in his 20s, aka Party, was harassing teenagers and claiming they were pedos. Party Killer then told my friend, Adam, if I don't make a video on Flippy within one day, that he would kill himself and his death would be on my hands and my friends. So I had a few choices.
Here we have him discuss what we have mentioned. Noah is beyond manipulative, not wanting Zexyo to dig deeper into any of the info, but instead to just take Noah's word at face value. Something no one should ever do under any circumstance, especially when it comes to a situation like this. Not only was Noah lying about Flippy, but was also trying to have someone else do the dirty work. So if the issue ever came back to bite him, he could just turn around and lie, saying it was all Zexyo and that Noah had nothing to do with it. I can't believe he is this scummy to pin the issue onto someone who had nothing to even do with the situation to begin with. Here's an issue I have with Noah. He claims that Zexyo called the police on him even though Noah is in the USA and Zexyo is within the UK. But I think Noah might have brain damage, because according to the video posted to Noah's channel, you were the one who called the police on Zexyo.
Hi, just 1 second, please. You're gonna hear something very soon from someone harassing me online from the UK.
Okay, hello, sir. This is Bridgeport 911. What's your emergency?
I am being harassed by someone online who is a child predator, and directly is.
Hold on.
Yep.
So do you have a life and death emergency?
Well, I mean, he threatened to come to America to hurt me.
Okay, so there's nothing that's going on right now, or nothing. Hold on, let me check to the non-emergency line, sir.
Warning you, this is not gonna end well.
Okay. Bridgeport Public Safety Operator 37. How can I help you?
Hi, my name is Noah DeRozier. I would like to get a police officer out here for a report.
I'm sorry, you sound really far away. I can't hear you.
1 second. I would like to be able to get a police officer out to make a report. Harassment from a online person who is threatening to do a lot of things to me, and as well as come to America to literally kill me. I don't know the person's real name, but I know their YouTube name. They're pretty big.
It is beyond hypocritical of him to make this claim and lie despite the fact he himself was the one who did it. Once again, trying to spin around the narrative of the situation and make himself seem like a saint, when in fact he is quite the opposite. Noah has also claimed that the info and evidence has been debunked, but yet never shows evidence of that nor tells who was the one who debunked it. His only argument for the evidence is that it is not true. He has no basis to stand on when it comes to these issues. But now, let's move on to a more illegal matter. Now, if you made it this far, Noah, which I doubt knowing your fish-like attention span, and you believe that me saying your real name is doxing you, I want to make it very clear that it is not. Cause you yourself made it public the second you made this GoFundMe page. I won't link it for the sole fact that I don't want anyone donating to him, or should I say, getting scammed by him. According to the testimonies you will hear later on, he used the money from GoFundMe to buy sub-bots for his YouTube channel. Oh, but he'll deny it, go figure. But I actually have evidence to support this claim. First off, the goal of the page is only a small sum of $395, but according to the listing, the money is to, and I quote, afford a safe place to live. Does $395 sound like enough to find a safe place to live? No, it doesn't. According to the listing, it is supposed to cover rent, food, and monthly bills. I'm sure you would at least need around $2,000 to $4,000 in order to cover stuff like that. And if this is still not enough to make you believe that this was nothing more than a scam, let me go back to what I said at the beginning. He has 4,000 subscribers, yet his videos only reach around the 50 to 100 viewer mark. Some have a bit higher, but very little. So why would he have this many subscribers but only get a handful of views for a video unless those subscribers were bots? Before you try, Noah, because I know you will say that is the same with me, as my recent videos have only hit about the couple hundred and maybe 1,000, keep in mind I have videos that have hit the 49,000, 22,000, and 33,000 view mark, and more videos with more views. To all who donated to his scam, I'm very sorry you were lied to about what the fundraiser was for, and that he used the money in a horribly manipulative way. Because instead of using the money to actually help any situation he might be in, he instead used it to boost his ego and make him feel more popular than he actually is. There was a great video by King Adam Plays, really recommend checking it out, where he shows Noah's social blade and talks about how very inconsistent his views and subscribers are. Just take a look.
You might have seen my Instagram post where I posted about, you know, party sub-botting and having someone that's racist. It says the N-word, you know, fucking round of applause, man. You know, round of applause, you know. Do your research. Sorry for not looking at the camera. Okay. Oh, jeez, that's small. Yeah, I'm trying to get a big, yeah, bookmark his channel, deal with it. Let's talk about his channel. Okay. I have a suspicion that party is view-botting. Hear me out. Okay, so look, this man, you know, you can see a dip here. That's him, like, you know, privating videos or deleting videos. I don't know which one, but I have a theory it might be both. Then he gets around, you know, 100, less than 100, gets a couple there. Then all of a sudden this happens. He gets 2K views out of nowhere. Then it goes back to, you know, 100, then back to 1.6K, and then back to the standard 200. And what's crazy about it is that if you saw my Instagram, he did this. He did like over twice the amount he did in a single day. Single day. Now you guys might be thinking, oh, has he re-uploaded videos? Has he gone privated? It's quite the opposite, actually. He's got rid of more videos. More videos than such. You see this gap down here where there's not a line like over here? There's a gap down there, and those are the videos that are being taken away or privated and stuff. Now, it's funny enough, if you want to know the racist individual that I was talking about in the beginning, let me see. It's right down here. Autumn. If you're watching this, it's probably not going to be uploaded, but I hope you realize that, one, you stop being racist, like, and two, like, stop it, dude. Dude, we all know that nobody's gonna want to watch your stupid, like, voice acting, okay? Good voice actor, had potential, that threw it all out the way when you, last time I checked, made a, you know, a pretty, you know, interesting post. You know, on Instagram. You called me out, said I backstabbed you. I didn't one bit, okay? Okay, I didn't one bit. You could suck my fatty, believing all the lies you have behind those curtains. You can believe anything you want, but one thing is for certain, you got caught, you lied, and you're not forgiving your actions. And there's evidence that says that they have proof. Have a nice day, man. Go, oh, he's a C minus. Oh, that's a good thing to know. Where are all these views coming from? I don't believe they add up. Either one, the videos are unlisted and I can't see them, which is probably true. His subs, and that's not, bro. And this is how much he's lost 1% views and stuff. Oh, look at that. He's actually lost 10 subscribers and stuff. So they're not rendering in, even on Social Blade, that they're real subscribers. That is another thing to consider here. Also, he's been losing views and gaining views. 26. So they're not even coming up on Social Blade. What's funny enough is that he gains, and I should have known this, like, this much subscribers in the month, then he goes from 0, 0, 0, and then, like, it simply goes to this crazy number of 100 and stuff. Like, dude, the subbots aren't even rendering on your channel. Like, user summary, like, And future predictions is that like this is gonna go. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm talking on my ass right now. And this is how much subs you've been gaining. Then all of a sudden you just whopping, between November and stuff, you get a whopping 510 subscribers. And you go down here, it's, well, not the same story here. Like the views don't match up with when you got them. In fact, on this day alone, you've only gained like this amount of views and stuff, which isn't even really good. Then some views go away, and you have gained 0 views in the month, according to Social Blade. And then recently, you've gotten rid of views. Checking my Instagram story, because it's funny, dude. Like, go home, learn how to take care of that mumbling voice of yours, and it should only be used for voice acting.
Honestly, if you can tell me he hasn't been subbotting, which is against YouTube's term of service by the way, then please show your evidence, because I know you have 0 evidence anyways. But while on the topic of scams, I thought I should bring it up, the fact that he tried to scam people out of their credit card information. It sounds like a joke, but it's actually true. Here we have him messaging someone claiming that the receiver of the message has won a trip to meet the lead singer of Panic at the Disco, and proceeds to say that they need their credit card information to proceed. I can't believe he unironically tried this. First off, I'm 100% sure that the person they messaged did not enter any contest. Secondly, when you win a contest, you don't pay. They pay for you to go on the trip, or they pay for your prize that you have won. It is incredible he would even try this. Noah is incredibly antagonistic, and is willing to threaten people with murder, to the point of even telling one of his friends he was going to kill someone of whom he had the address of. But if you want to take my word for it, then look at these screenshots. Here's a screenshot of him saying that he will kill someone and that he knows his address. So not only is he threatening to harm someone, but just a little lower he asks, "Want me to tell you the address?" which is illegal and doxing. But he also proceeds to call him a racial slur, and trust me, it is hard R. I'm going to go on a little side tangent here because of that right there, but he's also quite racist in general, as many testimonies will claim in this video from Noah attacking Zexyo.
I'm sorry to say, but
I'm
you're
talking
talking
English,
nonsense.
buddy. I don't know if you understand what English is, but
I speak English, you British fuck. How about that? Go
wow,
ahead, make a video on
racism,
me.
bro, racism.
It's not
Really out of hand
racism
there, buddy.
because,
Really out of hand.
bitch, you
Hey,
shut the fuck up.
You got a bit of a...
You have no idea how lucky you guys are that I am only using some parts. I had to watch the whole thing. But now going back to the doxing thing. One thing he is known for is using IP grabbers. For those who don't know what that is, it's basically when they get a link that seems like it goes somewhere else, like YouTube. But instead it grabs your IP and location. As you can see by the screenshot, he used a Grabify link, which is for IP grabbing, on a 14-year-old child no less. Remember, he is 22, and he did this to a 14-year-old child. But we will delve deeper into that situation as we go on. Going back to the way he has been antagonistic towards people, here is a clip of Zexyo's video in which Noah and a friend of his bully a 16-year-old child. This is a bit hard to listen to, so if you can't handle it, please skip to this timestamp.
Forgive you. No, I don't.
Oh yeah, we forgive you. Let me make a small little edit for you. Aww.
Broke up with my
My
girlfriend.
little emo edit. Aww.
Aw, emo. Aw, look at that. He's a little baby with bottle.
And you can tell that's fake crying. You can tell by his tone. It sounds like he's trying to choke on a
Yeah,
tooth or something.
I mean, he is gay. He is a gay furry. He's a gay furry.
Tasmanian devil on drugs.
Chaz fucking me.
On drugs, yeah.
But you gotta be used to someone else now.
But if you don't stop, we will call authorities because what you did is not legal. No matter you crying to her or not, we're still gonna call the authorities if you don't stop. In fact, we're still gonna call the authorities no
Thinking
matter
you're
what.
gonna be, hey, listen. And thinking you're gonna be friends with us again? Oh, that's never happened.
No, in fact, I think he's gonna get in a great prison cell and have a friend who's gonna maybe, I don't know, drop the soap, make him drop the soap.
And thinking you gotta be friends with us again? Oh, that's never happened. No, in fact, I think he's gonna get in a great prison cell and have a friend who's gonna maybe, I don't know, drop the soap, make him drop the soap.
This is what the 22-year-old man does. He attacks, belittles, and even makes sexual remarks towards a minor, an issue which we will talk about in greater detail later on. Here is also a small clip from Zexyo's video in which he interviews someone who was threatened by Noah.
Party has also been very well known for his mistakes in the past. Since 2017 up until now, so 2017 to 2022, there has been massive drama involving Party, involving young boys and girls as well, some as young as 13 and 14. I remember Zexyo's part 1 video as well. He made a little girl cry. Who in their right mind would do that to a young girl? Make them cry? I don't know what over, but in any sense, who would do that? Also, posing death threats?
As you just heard, Noah had made a little girl cry. An adult male attacked a child to the point she cried. Noah is known for attacking people under the age of 18 and whining once you call him out for the amount of lies he tells. I highly recommend watching Zexyo's part 1 video on this, as the link will also be in the description for that. I also have a video here where he threatened a 15-year-old child by saying, and I quote, "What if I shoot you down?" Then proceeds to backtrack after realizing he made a mistake by saying it.
He was slide
I'll shoot you down, how about that?
What?
Yeah,
Wait, I
you're
don't own
threatening...
guns, I'm against gun rights.
Wow,
I'm against gun rights, I'm sorry.
Here is also a video that I felt I should include, as here he's being antagonistic towards his parent after they tell him they were going to kick him out.
You can be homeless just like you want. Go ahead and record it.
Yeah, because you keep fucking yelling, and I'm not yelling. Oh, look at this. I have evidence for the police now. Go ahead, try to fuck with me. You always fucking do this.
Sit down and discuss with us. I'm gonna make the decision.
No, you just yelled that you were going to kick me out today, even though I got...
That's the law. We can
You
do
have
that.
been nothing.
That doesn't matter if it's the law. I already took the spot, and we have a date.
That's
not
what
about
this is
that.
about.
Doesn't matter if it's the law, huh? Well, surprisingly enough, we will see that statement reign true the deeper we go into this. This part is rather short, but as I mentioned back at the beginning of the video, you cannot legally take down this video, and if you do take it down illegally, action will be taken to resolve the issue. The point though is to point out he's done it before, to mainly silence criticism against him. But one I know was a couple of songs by a friend named Soul Reaper, in which Noah copyright strikes the songs saying he was allowed to because he was the one who mixed and mastered them. Now whether or not he did mix and master the songs is completely irrelevant, because even if you did do it, you don't own the song in any shape or form. First off, it was covers of songs and not original songs you composed in any way, so you don't own it. The original copyright owner does, and because you falsely claim the song as yours, he can sue. Also, just because you mixed and mastered doesn't mean you can take it down, as the person who made the song or cover owns the material, so you legally cannot take down these songs, which also means that the person you filed a false copyright strike against could take you to court. Most likely you didn't even ask for a form of payment, so don't even say I never got paid so it's allowed, because I know you did not ask. One thing I will always find funny is just how much of an ego this man has. This has to be one of the best ego-stroking messages I've seen from him. This is him discussing and talking about the rumors. Just listen. He got so big of it like everyone else who did it. DA Games believes it, as well as all my idols. They said they were warning them about the rumors that they made. I can never work with any of them now and forever. So many people growing while my channel drops in subs. I think you meant while your channel drops in subs, but we'll worry about that later. Well, rumor after rumor spread. They were famous because of what they did to me. Once again, stroking that ego, acting like anyone became famous because they called you out. Like you were the sole reason they became this way. No one knows you. They didn't become famous because of you, they became famous because they have actual talent. But let's continue. I'm never going to be like them, because I'm going to go bigger and better and make them wish that they would be me, and famous on an actual label, being known for music, not covers, and known for the real me, a caring person, trying to help others as well as myself grow and accomplish their dreams. Aw, maybe he is a nice guy after all. First off, caring people don't talk about how caring they are. Secondly, the choice of words, help others as well as myself grow, is a nice way of saying, I will use others to help myself grow. Like you have so many others. Also, once again, stroking an ego by saying he's going to be bigger, more famous, and that they'd want to be him. Just incredible stuff. They made a mistake on not making me in the nerdcore community. I'm better than they know. That kinda sounds like a threat, no? Just some food for thought. I'm even hiding my true voice. Something so powerful, nerdcore will not attack me anymore. Big time artists will. Well, not only again is this ego stroking, sorry you're gonna hear that term a lot, but it is also such a lie. True voice? Don't worry, I'll let you listen to his true voice here soon. So be ready for me to unleash my true voice and blow minds. Trust me, Noah. No minds will ever be blown by your voice. I have plans for the Bendy song, that it will be known more than any out there. Yet I haven't heard of it. How sad. I'm sure it was just too good for us. They have no idea what I can really do, but soon we'll see I'm an actual threat to the people who hated. I'm quitting YouTube. Well, since we are talking about a YouTuber, I want you to guess who hasn't quit YouTube yet. Doing something they never could, making music for a living. And ending it off with another ego booster for himself. But now I want to play some of his music, and you tell me whether or not this is good or not. Spoiler, there's only one right answer. Go to this timecode if you want to skip it. I promise you'll thank me later. For those who stayed, I'm sorry for what your ears will soon hear. Yeah, that's the amazing music he'll be known for. Sure, buddy. He continues on to insult someone by saying, also, this guy doesn't deserve praise, especially because he is auto-tuned for everything, and he can't actually sing for his life. Alright, first off, have you heard your own trash? Have you? 'Cause you do the exact same thing. He goes on to say artists who see this and say it's amazing are not true artists themselves if they think this is work. Well then I guess the exact same thing for you as well. Your music is beyond ear-grating garbage spat out onto this site. It's incredible you'd even bring this up considering your own music. Can we also talk about how often he doesn't use correct grammar or even punctuation? Like seriously, it is incredible that he does this with almost every single sentence. I've heard he does it to piss off the haters, but I'm pretty sure this man just does not know how to speak coherently. It's beyond imaginable. Here we get to a section that may be uncomfortable for many people, so if you can't deal with this, I highly suggest going to this timestamp to skip over this. To those who are still here, get ready for it because it is a disgusting ride. Let's start with the most damning piece of evidence, in which he talks towards an underage girl in a very sexual way, saying, "Even if I said I had a crush on someone, you would know. It is about my mental illness. I am mentally 8, so I don't like adults, and it sucks because I can get along with kids and teenagers more than adults." So already, we are treading on a very, very thin line by saying I don't like adults, and I get along with kids and teens a lot more than adults. But it is where he goes from here that it becomes more and more concerning. He states, "I like younger girls, so yeah, and I'm going to be arrested one day if I'm not careful." An issue I have with these is, once again, he's using his mental illness as a crutch in order to justify his actions, but sadly there are still more messages from this person. It continues with him asking her to guess his crush, and that if he told her he would be afraid she will freak out, implying that the crush is the girl he is currently talking to, who by the way was only 14. Here's a photo after presumably telling her that his crush is the girl he is talking to. She's obviously made awkward by the situation as she was underage at the time and he was 18, even going so far to say, "Please don't tell anyone, I could go to jail." Well, no, unfortunately for you, all this information is now public. This isn't the first time he has done this though, as he later did this to another young girl who was 14 at the time. As you can see here, he talks about the girl and how she looked cute in a dress and starts to state, "You deserve love from anyone, and you are a cutie and I love it." A disgusting human being to be sure. But then he proceeds to, for some reason, say, "I want to love you, but I can't due to legal government." At the time of messaging this, he was 18 to 19 years. One thing I want to talk about is a person named Moni, a friend of Noah. You may be thinking this is a bit of a turn from the subject, but trust me, it will come together. The issues with Moni being friends with Noah is Moni is a known pedophile and allegedly tried to rape a minor. He is currently 18 and tried to ask Soul Reaper, who was 16, for thighs, penis, and nude pics. Even going so far as to post the nudes of the 16-year-old on Twitter, which is distributing CP, which is illegal. Here I have some screenshots of Moni asking the underage boy for nudes and even sending the underage boy his own nudes, along with talking very sexually towards the minor, going so far as to say, "I can't believe I'm reading this. I need that might make me bust. I finna send a dick pic." And then proceeds to send the minor this picture. There's also this picture of Moni, assumably at work, sending a picture of his genitals to Soul. Once again, a very illegal act by exposing himself to a minor. Noah will deny being a pedo like he does here.
You're a child predator.
No, I'm not.
You haven't even denied it. You said you have done it in the
I've
past.
already.
I
No, I
reported
have
you
not.
fucking pussy.
I've never
You
done
fucking
anything.
pussy.
I've
You
always
fat fuck.
debunked it.
You fat fuck.
But yet, earlier in the video, says this.
Hey, does your friend Kate over here know that you speak to 14-year-old girls? Does your friend Kate over here know that you speak to 14-year-old girls, or does she
You
not?
realize that you're just talking about past that's already been dealt with, and you're just trying to get some clout off.
Clearly saying it was an issue that had happened, of him talking to a 14-year-old girl, but that it had already been dealt with. Nice job admitting to the issues, Noah, that you do talk to underage girls. I also have evidence where he lied about being underage to someone until finally admitting he was the age of 18 or above, lying to get with a minor. Disgusting. Here we get to the final part of the video. These are real testimonies from people who have dealt with the horrible acts of Noah. We will go through plenty and end it with mine. Some people have asked for me to leave their names out and distort their voice out of fear of Noah attacking them. I obliged. If you'd like to hear more, again, I recommend Zexyo's video, as it has loads more just like this. So without any more delay, here are the testimonies.
Hello, everybody. My name is ML. You might know me for my Friday Night Funkin' covers, even though I'm not really that popular. So, I do have an experience with PKT. So I want to just share that a little bit. So this is not with a script or anything. I'm not sure if this is in order, but I'm gonna explain it the best I can remember. So yeah, I've had a big experience with PKT throughout the 4 or 3 months for knowing him. Actually, no, it was a lot more. But anyways, let's get started. I met PKT in March, when I knew he was a pedophile. So, like, I tried to stay away from him. And then I joined a call, and PKT joined right after me. And PKT explained how he wasn't a pedophile, which I did not believe it. And then, so, this is when Soul Reaper drama was going on. So, obviously, me and Soul Reaper had a hate against each other. So, yeah, that was fun. And, PKT blocked me, like, a month later, I'd say. And, in June, I made a video on Soul Reaper and his suspicious actions. And, a lot of people saw that video. Even Soul Reaper and PKT. PKT's response to that was 2 days later, he tried to grab my IP and blamed it on Soul Reaper. And I've seen the DMs of Soul Reaper and PKT's. Soul Reaper did not say, hey, you should try to get ML's IP. And in an interview, well, I wouldn't say interview, but in a call with him, I asked, what were you going to do with my IP? And he did not even answer that question. He just kind of said nothing. So, yeah. And then 2 days later, Zexyo made that video. And then this is where I blocked PKT because I didn't know he was a huge manipulator. And then about a week later, actually, PKT made a new account called The Dead Man Walking. And he basically contacted Soul and tried to manipulate him into leaving us, which, alright, future ML here. So, I forgot to add in a part where I actually got into a call with PKT with some of my friends and telling him to just simply stop harassing Soul Reaper because it was literally harassment. And he full-on threatened a 15-year-old boy. I don't know if DaStashY already showed the clip, but if you haven't, DaStashY, can you please show the clip now? It worked somehow, and then I was really disappointed. I'm about to sneeze, guys. I was really disappointed. I was really disappointed about Soul because, like, you know, he was friends with a fucking groomer. After that, me and Soul kind of got in contact again because Soul blocked PKT, and I did not believe it to be true, but that's why I went into our DMs to check to see if it was true. And this is when me and Soul became friends again. And throughout a month or so, Soul's YouTube account got falsely copyrighted by PKT himself, which is against copyright law, I'm pretty sure. I'm not so sure. Yeah, after that, this is when Party Killers started to threaten to sue people. After that, Soul made a whole new channel and all that shit, blah, blah, blah. And Soul re-uploaded the Reaper Souls. His song, by the way. Soul Reaper song, Reaper Souls. And PKT, ow! Ooh, my finger, sorry. And PKT straight up just took that shit down and gave him 2 copyright strikes. So, obviously, Soul cannot sue because Soul is literally a minor. And plus, PKT is friends with a little pedophile who thought it was okay to post Soul's nudes on the internet, which he did get his nudes, and pinned it to his fucking Twitter profile. So, PKT you're probably watching. May I ask you this? Why? Just why are you like fine with being friends with an actual groomer and a rapist? Yeah, that's my biggest concern. Also, keep the thought of PKT being friends with a criminal inside your mind here. Anyways, let me continue here. So then I met PKT's friends, Mani. So I met PKT's friend, Mani. And Mani seemed like a pretty cool guy, you know? And then the next day after we meet, I didn't even fully trust this guy yet. I was still uncomfortable around him. After the day we meet, he basically private called me and then showed me that he had Soul's nudes. A 16-year-old's nudes. Like, what the actual hell? And blamed it on PKT, which, you know, I did believe, but I still do believe it. And not only that Mani is a groomer, allegedly he said something about me wishing I was in a diaper, which is his fetish. Wishing a 14-year-old kid to be in a diaper. Huh, kind of strange, am I right? Anyways, so PKT knew all about Mani's actions and still became friends with him. PKT threatened to sue me for HIPAA law when I didn't even break that law. So, once PKT can't even sue me. He doesn't even have the money for it. So, if PKT threatens to sue you, he doesn't even have the money for it. Yeah. Let's see here. My most recent weirdest thing about PKT is, yeah, him being friends with a criminal. And, which is Mani. Mani is the criminal I'm talking about. So, PKT being friends with a criminal, but here's also something else interesting. PKT, right in front of me and Soul, searched up little babies playing with their shit. Like, what the fuck? Cracker, what the actual fuck? So then, after he searched up that, me and Soul got into his, Discord VC. And then, we were just disgusted. I don't know how else to explain it, but we were just disgusted. So, yeah. And, since I'm involved with this video, PKT is probably gonna go after me. I'm not so sure. So, yeah, that's about it for my, part. Thank you, DaStashY, for allowing me to be in this video, and have a good rest of your day. Peace.
I've witnessed many things that Noah has done that have changed my views on him. When I first met him, he didn't really show any red flags, but over time, with more and more drama, I started seeing them. I found that his way of planning is quite simple, only showing his true colors in direct messages. This backs someone into an inescapable corner where if they were to try and defend themselves by saying like screenshots or recorded video to someone else, that second person would not be able to stand up to Noah without the first person being attacked again. I've seen this myself multiple times, and I've felt helpless because I knew the consequences of standing up to him would not be me getting in trouble, but the person I would be protecting. The second red flag that I've noticed is manipulation and lying. I've witnessed this firsthand. He's told me and others to block multiple people without reasoning, and I've confronted him about this many times, and each time it was always the same story about like how they threatened or exposed him. I've talked to people accused of the above and more, and they have all provided me with proof not only proving that they were innocent, but that Noah was lying to me and others. Under the same topic of manipulation and lying, I will share something that I have gone through. Noah always told me that I was close to him and like his sibling that he never had. I've spoken to a few others, and he also did this to them. It doesn't matter if what he did was how he actually felt. I realized to use this phrase as a hook or weapon to make me get on his good side. There's just one person I know who also went through this, and I witnessed them confronting Noah about something. I don't remember exactly what it was they said, but I do remember him telling them that he, quote-unquote, couldn't believe you had the balls to say that. This tells me that that person most likely was told the same things I was to get on Noah's good side. Noah was someone I used to trust, but he has broken my trust by revealing his true self to me and others whom I care about.
Noah, Noah, Noah. Noah DeRozier, you dumbass. It is I, the 12-year-old. The one you decided to manipulate. Well, at least I think. I felt manipulated because of what your opinions and what I couldn't like. Every time I had to state an opinion, I felt like you decided it was a good idea to backfire that. And your music, it absolutely reeks. I hate it. I felt like I was being forced to say, I like it, it's awesome. Countless times, because I thought, and after hours on hours of spending time with you, I fully now realize the truth of you, Noah DeRozier. And you said your name on video. So for me, I, a 12-year-old, knowing your name because of you, I cannot be blamed. That is all on you. And I remember being in a VC with you, and you saying, oh yeah, I did say my name in a video. So, 1, stop. 2, stop going after Soul, because every time he backlashes and says, stop contacting me, it doesn't sound like you love him at all. It sounds like you want him to stay on your side for clout, views, and all this terrible stuff, man. You can't use people like that. It's not the 1700s. And just, I'm having a hard time figuring out if you actually want to hang out with the people you want to hang out with, or use them for views, you milk-bagging bitch. So to say this, fuck you, Noah DeRozier.
This is my testimony. It's not edited. This is just from what I've experienced. No script or anything like that for this. So excuse me if I am not as fluent with my language as I was during the script reading. But when I first met him, I believe he had commented on a video of mine asking me if he wanted to collab, because at the time I had made lyric videos. That was what I started out with on YouTube. So I said yes, and we collabed for a while. We worked together, and eventually the news came out about the fact that he was a pedo. That was an issue. Of course, I was dumb enough at the time to believe him by him saying that this was fake and that all the evidence was wrong, despite the fact that the evidence is clearly not fake, and actually doing research myself, have found it to be very, very true. The first thing that should have immediately set me off that there was something wrong here was the fact that when I asked to see the evidence, he was very hesitant. If you want someone to help clear your name, you are never hesitant to hand over the information they need. You are actually quite the opposite, quite very willing to hand over the information they need. So the fact that he wasn't was immediately a red flag. I felt like there was something he was hiding from me. He wouldn't let me talk to the people, nor would he even let me see the evidence for myself, so I assumed something was wrong. I at the time, of course, believed him. I shouldn't have. But then an issue arose. We got into an argument. We both have very different beliefs. I love guns, he doesn't. So I had an argument with him. in which I had said, if I had a gun and you had a sword, I would win because I had the gun. Of course, he took that, edited it, sent it to my friend, and proceeded to tell them I had threatened them with a weapon. Of course, hearing this information, it was unbelievable to me that he would even consider doing this, considering the fact that I was his friend, but it goes to show you that he is willing to lie and manipulate anything, no matter the cost. When I had found out about this, I was distraught. I was, of course, very upset and didn't know exactly how to react at the time. I was thankfully able to talk to my friend about it, and they were thankfully willing to hear my side and being willing to believe me, because it is just unbelievable that they could even for a second believe this. I honestly couldn't believe what had happened to me. After that situation, it had been the end. I had cut ties with him. He had tried to ask me, oh, please don't leave me, I don't have any more friends, I'm going to end my life. But thankfully I was smart enough not to trust him again. Once you do that to someone, Noah, they don't exactly want to be around you anymore. You almost ruin their friendships, their livelihood, and you think we'll just take you back. You are a disgusting, disgusting human being. You are pathetic for what you tried. And anything that has happened to you because of it, the consequences, you rightfully deserve. People should turn on you. People should get away from you. For what you did to me, to my friends, and the horrible things you still continue to do to this day. Everything that has happened to you is because you deserve it. Everything. Alright, so with all the information in this video, I want to close out on a couple things. Again, this video is in no way calling you to attack anyone in this video. Instead, I recommend subscribing to the people that helped make this video. The channel links will be in the description below. I also want to ask YouTube that if you are seeing this, don't take down this video. Don't age restrict it. Instead, I want you to keep this information up. Awareness is needed so that people can stay safe on the internet and stay away from people like this. I want to give a big thanks to Zexyo for allowing me to use this video and everyone who was willing to give their testimonies. If you want to actually donate or support someone, I suggest subscribing to the channel. People like you help me make the content I love to and make it so I'm able to make these videos. With all that being said, thank you for watching. I will see y'all on the flip side.